Yeah.
So, bueno, food for thought. All right, sir. You still feeling good? You look tired. You look tired.
Do I?
Yeah.
My eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been using my eye cream.
Eye cream?
Yeah.
Your special,
Put on my shades.
your special freshly squeezed man cream.
Kiehl's, dude. Kiehl's works good. I'm getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Would you stay like
Yes,
this?
just the whole time. Don't even say anything. Just have it all captioned.
Right.
It's all subtitled and we're just the whole time.
Just looking out like this.
Mm-hmm. So, episode 4?
Yeah.
Yes, episode 4. I can't believe that I'm already forgetting. Imagine when we get up to like 35.
I know, dude.
It. Ridiculous. So, episode 4, MOAT9, right there. Right there. MOAT9. On my screen, it's backwards, but it should be fixed by the time we get to that.
It's backwards on my screen, too.
No, don't say that.
No, I'm just kidding.
25 minutes. All right, I'm going to put the timer for 25 minutes and then
let's do this. Let's rock.
So we'll hit it fast and furious.
Sounds good to me.
Movie reference for. All right, so where is it? I sent all of them to
a shitload of Instagram stuff. Holy crap.
You're welcome. That wasn't that many.
Only like 30.
Actually, I did send quite a few.
I did. I was like, okay. I mean, we can start at the top.
The Fast and the Furious one was last week. Or was it? No, it was this week.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, damn, that was including that one. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we start there. Yeah, it's quite a few. But we'll keep them short. Just more like a news thing and a quick thought here and there. Okay. So the first one I sent you was from Future Flicks XX. Future Flicks. The Toxic Avenger filming has wrapped on the Toxic Avenger remake. Quick, did you watch any of the Toxic Avenger movies?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I don't even know when they came out.
Early, I want to say early to mid 80s.
Let's see here.
If you tell me that the first one came out like in 90 something, I'm gonna flip shit.
84.
Okay, because Cinda does that to me a lot, or not that she does it, but we do that a lot where we're talking. I'm like, oh, that was easily like 89, and she looks it up, or like 81, and she's like, that was like 95. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the original came out in 84.
Apparently, the late 90s and early 2000s, bro, they were like a blur. I don't know what happened in that decade. I completely forgot that decade. I watched quite a few of them. That was like, I don't think anybody under 30 does not know what a B movie is.
No,
they'll maybe understand if you explain to them. Well, imagine the movies that go to theaters and then the ones that are just Netflix originals.
Yeah. Or what were we gonna say? Straight to video.
Straight to video.
Yeah,
straight to video. Those were B movies back in the day, and this is definitely one of them. This is one of those that it's not going to get any advertising on Netflix. It's going to go straight to Netflix, and you have to word of mouth. Like, that's pretty much a B movie.
Yeah, but I don't think you could even say that anymore because a lot of Netflix originals, I mean, they're,
they promote the shit out of them.
That's true. And then they put shit on the top 10 that's like not even top 10.
I'm positive they do. I'm positive.
I think they're like, we just acquired Manifest. Let's put it on the top 10.
Mm-hmm. I believe it because I mean it's their algorithm, it's their statistics, so they can manipulate it however they want. It's like this movie's not doing well. Let's say that it's top 10, and people will watch it, and people will actually watch it. So it works.
Yeah, I do it too. You do it too, I'm sure, right?
Actually, Jose, the artist guy, he actually does the opposite, dude. He'll go on there and look for movies that are 1 star, and he'll watch those. But he's actually found some pretty interesting movies that way. All right, so moving on. The Mighty Miles. I get a lot of stuff from this guy. I'm gonna have to message him, see if he wants to be on the show one of these days. Breaking news: the 10th Fast Furious movie gets a release date and will be released on April 7, 2023. No release date for the 11th film. I saw an article that
shortly after.
yeah, it's like April 7th, and then April 14th is the next one. I saw an article that what was it now? I can't remember, that Vin Diesel was actually trying to push for a crossover with Jurassic Park.
Oh, I did see something like that. Yeah,
But
I don't know about that.
but also with, I think, now I think I'm making it up. I want to say it was Alien or Predator.
Yeah, I think you're making it up.
I think I am making it up.
I think you had a dream. I think it's a dream.
I think I did have a dream.
I think that's what it was.
I'm Martin Luther King this shit. Anyway, but definitely Jurassic Park. So I'm like, dude, like, just stay, like, pun intended, stay in your lane.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last one. I don't even think I watched. What was the one before that? Hobbs and Shaw. I don't think I saw that one.
I saw that one. That was
Furious?
That's probably like it's a spinoff. It's a spinoff.
And then before that, yeah, I didn't even. I think I watched a little bit.
They're so mixed together at this point. I don't remember, other than like the third one, Tokyo Drift. Like from 4 on, I have trouble remembering which is which.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
They're just so, you can kind of tell because of how ridiculous the stunts are. Like if they're flying through the air and he literally catches her with the car, that's probably like 7, 8-ish.
Yeah.
In 5 and 6, they were still doing like just stuff with giant vaults and stuff like that.
They should do a Fast and the Furious Expendables. That'd be fucking badass.
Well, the Expendables is getting a spinoff.
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be filming pretty soon, but I don't know what they're spinning off. I don't know if.
Well, that's the ending. It's when they're all in the retirement home.
Oh, no. Right. The Expendables with Dependables.
The Dependables.
The Depends. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think it's gonna have something to do with I'm gonna forget his name. The bald guy, the thinner Jason Statham, the bald guy. I think it's gonna have something to do with him because I think the working title is something like A Christmas Gift or something like that. And the guy's name in the movie is his last name, I think, is Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna have to do with him. But anyway, yeah, Fast and Furious 10. The next one is from Flickr's podcast. Dune Part 2 script is currently being written. I get the feeling, with as much as they're pushing this thing, I get the feeling that this is going to be the next like Avatar. I think this is going to get such a huge cult following. Like they're going to get so immersed in the world and the universe of this franchise that it's going to be, I don't know if as big as Avatar, but kind of like the next pretty big franchise, like Star Wars, Marvel, Avatar. I'm getting that feeling.
I remember as a kid watching, Dune, and then trying to rewatch it later on, when I was a little older, and then still later on after that, trying to watch it. Have you tried to watch Dune?
Dude, I remember I have this weird thing. I don't know if it's just me, but I have this weird thing where there's certain movies that even if they're supposed to be good, there's something about them that just puts me to sleep. I can't get through them. Like I'm a big David Fincher fan. Seven, Fight Club, like all these movies. I love his movies, but and I like serial killer movies, but Zodiac with Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal, I can't get through it, dude. For some reason I doze off, I lose interest. I'm like, ugh, and I turn it off, and then I'll try again like an hour later. I can't get through it. And that was Dune. That was Dune for me. I watched it as a kid, and I remember like, what? Okay.
Well, I think I recently, like within 6 months, I've tried to rewatch Dune, and it's hard. I'm sure for the time it was great.
Isn't it and this I'm gonna blame it on him because I'll shit over the way that I kind of shit on Tarantino, but I give him his credit that he is a good director. The one that I shit on completely and I will not give him any credit whatsoever is Tim Burton. I fucking hate Tim Burton.
Shit,
I hate him, bro. Hate like that. Like nah, like I won't even give him credit for shit, even though he did Batman 1 and 2, the 89 ones.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, somebody else did them because it wasn't him. Fuck that. I can't stand them, bro. Anyway, 1984.
I'm excited for Dune either way.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's David Lynch. That's who it is. He's got a weird style. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his movies. He's the one that did Twin Peaks. He did those like weird, super weird Twin Peaks. There's a something blues, velvet, blue velvet, something like that.
No,
He's
dude.
got a weird style. I'm not into it. I've tried also them, and it's not my cup of tea. But he's very, very, very artsy, weird writing style. But he did the first Dune, and I think that might be, I don't say part of the problem, but it's not his type of movie. It's almost like they convinced him to do it, and he just did it as a favor or something. And
Yeah.
it's a tough watch. I don't know. I'd have to try it again.
I'll definitely try it again because I think I had seen it before HBO released it. It was on Prime, so I had downloaded it on Prime to try to watch it. And man, I don't know, man. It's just a little slow, a little dark. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I remember as a kid, I was pretty young, and I remember the big guy. It wasn't even scary. It was just ugh. Like that was the first time I was like genuinely disturbed. Like, ugh, I can't even look at that guy. That's gross. And of course, there's Sting. Sting is in there.
Is he? Oh yeah, he is, right?
Yeah, it's Sting that's in that one. Anywho, but yeah, I'm excited for this one as well, dude. It's got a great cast.
Oh yeah.
The Mighty Miles has breaking news. Anthony Mackie has finalized a deal to return as Captain America for the 4th Captain America film. Could begin filming in 2022. So I don't know why this is such a big deal. Like, he's already Captain America. This was kind of like a given already. I don't know why this is so surprising, but it popped, dude. When I sent it to you that day, it was all over. Like, I would scroll, and 2 or 3 of these in a row were this story.
Oh geez. Well, that's good. I'm glad for him because I was worried that he might be canceled too because of all the shit and you know what I mean, and all the things that are going on with Scarlett Johansson and all that crap.
What did he say? He said something.
I don't know.
He was the one that was really adamant about, like, it was stupid what they were saying about the gay thing. That was him, right?
So. Yeah,
it wasn't.
So.
It was because it was either him or Sebastian Stan, but I think it was him.
No, I think it was him.
I'm pretty, dude. If they really wanted to, like, they want to, I think the clip that's gonna get a lot of shit is the one that he did with, I think her name is Wendy Williams. He was doing an interview with her, and
about the sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, I love that clip, dude. That shit is funny. The way that he reacts to the crowd and shit, like, no.
Right. Funny. Hey, man. I mean,
he's got a point.
He makes a good point.
And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, if you're new age, you're woke, and you don't want that kind of thing, hey, more power to you. Find yourself a man, find yourself a woman, whatever, that thinks that way. But there's still men and women that are very traditional. There's women out there that want a traditional man.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but you're probably not going to find a traditional man that's going to pay for things and open the car door and do all the manly role things if you're not doing the female role things.
Yeah.
So he has a point.
It works both ways. It works both ways.
And if that's not what you want, there's plenty of guys that think the opposite as well. They're like, no, baby, you go work. I'll stay home and I'll wash and clean. And
right.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, if Cinda makes crazy money and I can stay home, I'll do it.
Right.
I'll cook and clean. I actually cook pretty well. So,
hey, and then we'll do like 2 or 3 times a week shows.
There you go.
Right.
We'll call it Mr. Moms.
Mr. Moms at home. Yeah.
Did you ever see
at Homes?
At Homes. Mr. Moms at Homes. That's funny. So, and then the next one is the
either way, good for him.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for it. I mean, Chris Evans has done his thing. Let's see what Mackie can do.
Now this one I'm excited for, and even this damn trailer, I was like, "Holy shit!"
I'm glad they seem to be doing. That's why I have a lot of faith with their No Way Home trailer, because they seem to do with the trailers almost as good as they do with the movies. Because if they had released this trailer earlier, there wouldn't be as much interest in Shang-Chi and the shows, because everybody would be focused on this. Now that they've got those out of the way, now they're building the hype for Eternals.
Yeah. So, but Shang-Chi already did like its soft release, right?
I believe
Last
so. Yeah.
Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't come out till next week. Is it Labor Day or the week after?
I think it's Labor Day.
Is it usually that spread apart?
The soft, it depends because sometimes they do that. Sometimes it's not even a soft release. It's almost like the critics, because that's what they do. They'll send it out to certain people just so
Yeah.
that they can get the reviews in. And then that's when you start seeing the trailer that says critics are saying this, critics are saying that, because they've already given it to them
Well,
like
you
a
know what's
couple weeks in
hilarious?
advance.
Well, what's really weird is that, I follow a lot of the people on TikTok that do the reviews and stuff like that,
Mhm.
uh, um, just like us. And a handful of them have already seen it. They're at the premiere.
They said yeah, they send it, or they'll send it to them. Like now with the COVID thing, they'll actually send it to them. They'll send them, and with they have to sign a non-disclosure agreement where
Of
they
course.
won't say certain things. I don't know if they
Yeah.
even send them probably some document saying you cannot talk about this, or this, just touch on these points, give your full opinion, but on these points
Yeah.
specifically. I can
And it,
imagine that, dude. And can you imagine that would be fucking amazing? Like you see the movie like 2 weeks in advance, and you're like, oh, if I could tell you about this part.
yeah, it'd be so hard.
Oh,
And then
dude,
walking around so pompous, right? Yep, I already saw it. I
mhm.
saw it. Yep.
That's a good movie. Go see it when it comes out.
Right?
You
Suckers.
poor peasant.
What'd
Yeah,
you
dude,
think about the
Eternals,
trailers?
dude, it's freaking amazing. Like it, the first trailer did nothing for the movie. Like it was just like bleh, like it looks like almost like it almost felt like New Mutants, like the
Yeah.
movie. And I
Yeah.
was like, but they're gonna do something now that they're showing this one. They're showing more footage and what the story is more gonna be about. That's gonna be a hell of a fucking movie, dude.
And then when you saw the Celestial,
Mm-hmm. And there's two of them, aren't there?
yeah.
There's two Celestials in there. So hell yeah. I was actually thinking that they would have them, but I was like, I don't know. The Celestials are too big, not literally, but they're like too big of characters to, but they put them in there. So
What do you think about them? I know that they hadn't mentioned it at the beginning about them like integrating like Thanos' story
mhm.
between them and how he grew up. And I thought it was gonna be like a backstory on Thanos, you know what I mean, of where he came from. Which I mean they could still do it. They could do like what do you call those scenes like when
The cutscenes
yeah, they can still do something like
or the
that.
flashbacks.
Flashbacks, that's what I meant to say. So I mean, it's still possible, and a lot of people are still kind of like, well, who's this, the Angelina Jolie character, and who's, this Celestial, you know what I mean? Do they have something together? Or are they, related, or you know what I mean? Because
Well,
they're
I don't know if it's in the ones that you sent me, but they're talking about how Thanos has the deviant gene, and
yeah,
that's the creatures that the Eternals are on Earth to protect humans from.
yeah,
So a lot of people are saying that, and it makes sense for them to continue kind of without saying, okay, Thanos is done, on to the next problem. Like kind of bridge it
yeah,
and make sense. So there, a lot of people are thinking that that's what's going to happen, that they're going to do to have Thanos tie it into the next problem, which of
yeah,
course, what is that going to be? They're doing the
exactly.
multiverse and they're doing the deviant thing. So it's going to do, in Marvel we trust.
I know, dude. I
Marvel
know.
we trust. We need to make that shirt.
Did you get that last one, that TikTok they send you about how What If is canon to the Loki series? How it's because of what happened in Loki. That's the reason What If came out, because of the branch realities. Did you
I
get
don't
that?
think I saw that one, but it makes sense.
So that's where they're going with this What If. It's directly what happened after Loki because of the branch realities. So everything that's
Mm.
happened, all the branches that came
So,
out is
mhm,
causing What If. All the series, all the things, all the spin-offs. So everything that's happening in What If is happening
right.
because of what happened in Loki, the
Okay.
series.
That makes sense.
Makes and it fits perfect.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
So I'm good with it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm loving the what if, even though, okay, actually, that we need to get into that after we're done with all this episode 2. So, Mighty Miles again. Breaking news: Kevin Feige confirms that Riri Williams will be making her MCU debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever before debuting in her Disney Plus series. Of course, Ironheart Bless you. Ironheart is getting her own show. So she's gonna make her appearance in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and then that'll spin off into her own show.
That's a good way to bring her in,
dude. I am a hipster, not a, I guess maybe a hipster. What was that phrase that they called me? A okay la. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's popular culture, I'm like, no, it's stupid. The fact that everybody was just so over Tony Stark, I was like, yeah, he's cool, but he's not that cool. Like, calm the fuck down. So I'm excited because having Iron Man still
contrarian,
a contrarian that not kind of, but yeah, it's. I'm excited for a different version of Iron Man.
Yeah,
let's give it a shot because I mean we have to have Iron Man still in the movies. Okay. Can you hear me the same here?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that one episode where your mic didn't work quite well.
That sucked.
It turned out pretty good though.
It didn't turn out as bad.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So IronHeart.
Cool.
I like it. I like it, but there's one thing that I do have a complaint about. And maybe they might do something with it still. I don't know, but I don't think they are, because if they're doing her, my question is, why make it a point to bring the kid back in Endgame from Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
If they weren't going to let him continue to be Iron Man. I think it would have been perfect to have him continue Iron Man rather than Riri. I hate to say it, and if anything is going to get me canceled, is maybe this, but I have a really bad feeling that they were planning to do that. And because of this whole woke movement where they want to just POC everything, they might have switched it. Because, dude, I would have loved to see it. It has nothing to do with the race. I don't care about the race, but it would have been cool because that kid was such a huge part of Iron Man 3. And they brought him, they made it a point to bring him back for Tony's funeral in Endgame. Why not have him continue? He was showing the technical capability to do it. And then the fucking Tony Stark has set him up with that great lab shop thing at the end of Iron Man 3, so it makes sense. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Harley Keener.
Is that her name?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's his name. Sorry, I heard Nakin.
Yeah, you look so confused right there. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna be cool because she is in the comic books. I don't know if the kid's character was based on a comic book character, but
well, it does. See, and I thought that was gonna bring up, like you said, to be the new Iron Man, right? But even if it doesn't, let's see. That's an old one. There was I've been reading one from 2019, and they thought that he was gonna come back so that he can be in the Young Avengers as Iron Man, but that's back in 2019, so it's already been 3 years. I mean, 2 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's not going to happen. But that would make more sense. I mean, they could still bring him back.
Yeah, he could. I don't know, because there is. What were they called? In the comics, there is like an Iron Legion or an Iron something where it's Iron Man, War Machine, but there's also, because they also have like the Iron Patriot, which technically they already did, but they have different versions. So I don't know.
Yeah. And I figured it was going to be Young Avengers, you know what I mean, with Hawkeye's daughter, with
they are saying that they're going to do that, but I don't know, dude. There's just so much that they're doing already that it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, this year
we'll see.
It's action packed.
Oh, dude, we are totally gonna blow past this 30-minute thing.
Shit.
All right, so here, oh no, that one I sent as a joke. That one was a joke. Daredevil is reportedly rumored to be making. Wait, what? Daredevil is reportedly rumored to be making an appearance in the upcoming Hawkeye spin-off series Echo for Disney Plus. I really, really think that they're gonna bring the same Daredevil and they're not gonna reboot it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep this guy because he did really good. The only problem I see with that is that means hypothetically they need to keep the Jessica Jones character. They need to keep Iron
Luke
Fist. They
Cage.
need to keep Luke Cage, and they also need to keep Punisher, which I like him as Punisher. I just don't like the storyline that they were doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. But they all,
So-
you know, all the series are really good. They weren't as CW, you know, as CW was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
is that your alarm?
yeah, we're already at 25 minutes. So we have 5 minutes to finish the last one, do what if, and our review.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Let's try.
Yeah, sorry guys, but this is obviously gonna go past 30 minutes. So the rumor, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer will be releasing Monday night along with the viewing at CinemaCon.
That's tomorrow.
I think that's gonna happen. I really do.
I hope so.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. Like I said, if they end up putting it as an official trailer in Shang-Chi or Eternals, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Who knows? In Marvel, we trust.
Because Eternals comes out when, in November?
November.
Okay. Yeah.
So segue into episode 2 of What If. Wait, didn't we do episode 2 already?
No, it just came out.
So how do I have a clip of you talking about Boseman? Was it just a trailer?
I was talking about the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I totally had my own little what if moment. I thought it was in the parallel universe. I'm like, wait, didn't we do it already? No, we didn't, because it barely came out on Wednesday.
Yeah. What'd you think?
That's kind of fucked up. It comes out the same day that we released the episode. Like, if only we released on Thursday, we could have had it in the episode already. I hate to say it, but compared to Captain Carter, I really didn't like this one. It had too much in it. They try to involve way too much. Like, they didn't do that with, well, I guess because there wasn't a whole lot from from Captain America, the first Avenger. But I'm just thinking, like, they threw in spoilers in case you haven't seen it. I mean, it's been since Wednesday. You should have seen it by now. But they had the Thanos thing. They had the Collector thing. They had Ronin. Like, they brought in like first of all, what they did with Thanos was so stupid. I hated every second of that, dude.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Just let alone the fact that they did what they did with his personality. Yeah. But they made it seem like a group of like 10 guys could kind of take on Thanos. And I'm like, no, Thanos, even without the gauntlet, could wipe them out super fast. Easy.
Yeah. I feel the same way about that. I don't know. I think they screwed that up. I know that they put that in there because of the storyline and what was going on with
go ahead,
with Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Or this Star-Lord.
The one thing that I will say is that it was overdone. They could have done without it, but the fact that it's in there is really funny. That thing that they keep referring or referencing his plan.
Oh yeah,
that everybody keeps saying, like, bro, that was such an evil plan. He's like, what? It worked. Like, that was funny.
What is it? Did he say it wasn't genocide, or it's genocide, or was that what they called it?
I think so.
I think yeah,
that
something like that.
That they keep referring to it, and he keeps trying to justify it. That I thought was funny.
Yeah,
it was pretty good, but overall, just like the Carter one makes perfect sense. Yeah, like that was just like a split moment decision that changed everything. This one, I think to me, it felt like they were reaching.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, I liked it. I liked it mostly because of Boseman. I'm gonna give you that. Is that it was kind of like, you know what I mean? They tried to put, and then they put Nebula in there, and they made her sexy, which is fine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think now that I'm thinking about it and we're talking about it, I think maybe I was hoping for more for T'Challa because Boseman passed away. Like, I wanted it to be more grandiose for him. Yeah. Just because like the way that they tied in Star-Lord at the end, or not Star-Lord because obviously he's Star-Lord, but the way they tied Peter Quill at the end. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty cool. is that going to branch off into another what if? Like, does that mean that Ego now takes Quill? Because presumably, I want to
still
say
has the
Quill's
powers.
mom is probably still dead.
Yeah.
He's still half, I forget what Ego is. He's not a Celestial, but whatever he is. So does that mean that he does take him and he convinced him? So now Quill is not as good. So he does follow with his plan.
Yeah.
Like, it branches off into this whole thing.
Yeah, I think they could still even, go in with that if they were, to go that way. It's still a possibility, but
that could, I'm pretty sure they won't, but that would be kind of cool for season 2 to do a continuation of I hope she comes out in the video, dude. Just
I was about to tell you.
I don't need to be banned from YouTube, kid.
Right.
I lost my train of thought. Yeah. If they did like continuations, like episode 1 for season 2 was what happened after the Carter thing. What happened for episode 2? What happened after? You know what I mean? Like a continuation kind of.
They can.
But they could, but they won't. There's way too many stories for them to tell. I don't think they'll go that route. But yeah, just overall, I'm glad I watched it because I want to watch all of them, but
yeah.
Dude, I really hope that this was the worst one, because if there's one that's worse than this one, that's going to be really bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. There was nothing really in it that was like, that's actually really cool. Like, it was just a plain what if.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel the same way. I didn't see anything that was like mind blowing, but back to the fact that, Bozeman was, that was his last hurrah. You know what I mean? That's, I give it credit, and I give it, better ratings because of that. You know what I mean? Just to hear his voice and just to know that he was, in it, and that's his last thing. That's why I just hold it up just a little bit more.
I think so.
Episode was like meh, but
because I think if he had lived, I think I'd be like, yeah, that episode sucked. But it's just the fact that that's the last time that we get to hear his voice as T'Challa. That, what's funny? Total tangent. But this last character that they introduced in Apex, to me, sounds exactly like T'Challa.
Really?
So now when I play the game, I think it's fucking Black Panther that's playing.
No,
it's funny. But I think he's supposed to be more Cajun or Creole, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So I don't. Which the next one is Thor? Party Thor?
I don't know. You know what? I watch the episodes and then I never see like a what do you call it? A preview for the next. How do you watch? Where are the previews at?
Well, no, I'm going based off. I think you even sent it to me. They have a list of what order they're coming out in.
No, I don't even have that list.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you sent it to me, unless Cinda sent it to me. I was pretty sure that you had sent it to me as well. No. Yeah, there's a list of what order they're coming out in and stuff.
Okay, let's see.
No, anyway, yeah, we'll have to segue pretty quickly here. I think maybe Party Thor is like 4 or 5. I don't know. Anyway,
Party
so Thor. Sweet Girl. See, we even talked about Jason Momoa. That was weird.
We did. I know, right? Super weird. I mean, because of the movie.
Yeah, no, we were talking about watching it, that it came out or whatever. It's number 1 in the US on Netflix, which I could see that. Jason Momoa has the power to draw people in that way.
The clout.
Let's start off with the rating and then explain why. Okay. So did you decide or not decide, but did you think about it while you were getting your drink? Are we going to do the extended version in the audio?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's give it a shot. So for those wondering what the hell we're talking about, for the video, we're going to have a non-spoiler review. When we're done, we're going to extend just the video, but then when we extend it and the audio, it'll have the full review, spoilers included. So non-spoiler, try to keep the mindset of non-spoiler. All right.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
So rating, what would you give this movie?
we're still doing out of 10 stars, right?
Yes.
Um, 6.
Ooh. Okay. Here's my take. When I was watching the movie, here's the irony. I was watching the movie out here, and then I had to stop for work, and I took everything inside and I set up to be able to go to sleep as soon as I finished watching the movie. I stopped watching right at the moment that the thing happens.
Okay.
The twist.
Yeah.
So I went up until that point. I was like, dude, this movie's like a 5 or a 6. Like this. Ugh. But then that thing happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, dude, this is a fucking 7.5, maybe even an 8.
Yeah.
So averaging it out to overall, I'd say probably, I don't want to give it a 6 something because that makes it sound really bad. I'd say a 7. I'm going to give it confidently a 7 because even though the first, not half, but the first part before that thing, I was just like, why is it called Sweet Girl? This kid has very little to do with it. It's just ridiculous but then that happens and I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then once that happened, I'm like, it's actually not that bad. The rest of the movie, I was like, cool. Yeah. But before that, I was like, ugh.
So, and I think I'm the opposite because when it happened, I was just like, oh. Like at first I was like, holy shit, like, okay, that makes sense. And then I was like, no. Like, I don't know. That's how I felt because I watched it in 2 parts too. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. So I watched the first half and then I didn't even get to that part to where the twist was until later on because I was like, oh shit. I stopped watching it, went to go do some stuff, and then I started it again. And then like 10 minutes later, that's when the twist came.
So for you, it actually started off better, like higher rated, and then it dropped because of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I just saw a lot of little details in the movie that kind of was like, well, that doesn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, then why is this? And why did this happen? And why did this happen this way? You know what I mean? So for me, it was just like,
it
can't say shit.
it raised more questions than it answered.
Yes.
And that's funny because I was actually the opposite. I'm like, actually, that makes sense now. That makes sense now. Like, yep, that makes sense.
When you find the twist and then you think back and say, okay, that's why that happened. That's why this happened.
Yeah. It's still not a great movie. I have this thing where I want to go. I'm sure it's not one particular movie, but there was a point when they were making movies with steady cams where they had the rigs and they would move around and everything was perfectly still. And now they have this thing where every shot is all shaky. The camera work is all shaky. Yeah, no.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Sure.
No, you're good.
But you know what I mean? Like it's all shaky, and it makes sense for like fight scenes and action scenes because if the camera's shaky, you can throw a punch like
and not actually land it.
And it seems more chaotic than it really is. Whereas if it's a steady cam, you have to really sell that punch.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I'm not a fan of that style of making movies. There's even with the plot twist, there's a lot of things that to me don't make sense. Like he's talking about how much he cares for this kid.
Yeah.
But yet he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Even because once you know about the plot twist, like, well, it technically, well, no, but even before that, he was doing some really dumb shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was grieving. So you're not in your right state of mind when you're grieving. So I think it did what it did well, but it was trying in everything that it did do, it was trying a little too hard. I think they tried a little too hard to make it emotional, a little too hard to make it actiony, a little too hard to make the plot make sense. Yeah. Dude, if you've seen this genre of movies, you've seen this movie, except maybe for that one thing. It's John Q. Did you ever see John Q with Denzel Washington?
Yes. Yeah.
It's just that with action in it.
Yeah. And that's why I give it a 6, dude. You know what I mean?
Get it
because of those reasons. You know what I mean? It was kind of little. It was a little try hard. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it reminds me of that movie on Prime with what's his name, uh, Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, that one.
It, it was
I
it was like too much. He was trying too hard to be hard, you know.
the he did so amazing as a side character, Killmonger,
Yeah,
and for him to have his own movie where he gets pretty much to live that out. I don't understand how they couldn't write it better for him. Like
exactly.
he was a side character and did fucking amazing, and you can't turn that into a full blown movie. Like, dude,
Exactly.
who wouldn't want to see Killmonger from the way he grew up? Like, dude, that could be a whole movie in itself. Just have him grow up and do the training and go through what he did.
Yeah.
I would watch that movie, and I was hoping that's what that movie would be, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I
No,
would
same.
say just maybe in closing, so we can wrap this up and do the extended version.
Yeah.
I would say if you're gonna if you want to watch Jason Momoa in an action movie and not Aquaman, that kind of stuff, then yeah, go for it. The girl, she's been in quite a few movies herself. Like
Where has she been?
she is the daughter from Sicario 2. She's the one that he's going to help or rescue or whatever. She, for those that actually watched it, she's the one that played in the live action of Dora the Explorer.
Her name is
She
Isabella
Merced,
Merced. Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, she's the daughter, the oldest daughter from the kind of drama comedy with Mark Wahlberg,
Instant
the
Family.
Instant Family. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty good, dude. And that's what I was gonna say because of that dynamic. If you want to watch a medical insurance conspiracy, not conspiracy, but like that kind of movie,
Yeah.
I would watch John Q instead. If you want to watch an adult with like a daughter figure type movie, getting revenge and stuff like that, go back and watch The Professional.
Yeah.
I
Agree.
it it's not gonna, to me, if I'm gonna watch this movie, it's like, oh, I want to watch that again. You know what? If I want to watch that, I'll watch John Q instead, or I'll watch The Professionals. Like, I have other options. That's the way I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
so you're
I
still
agree.
at a 6.
I'm a 6. Yeah, I'm a
I,
solid 6.
even with that, I'd probably still give it a 7. It was good enough, and I think because I'm a sucker for plot twists, I think
Would
that's
you
what it
watch it
is.
again?
Probably now that I know, like,
Yeah.
go back and watch it and like, oh, okay, I didn't catch that the first time. Do you know what's the one thing I did catch? The guy that the assassin in the train.
Yeah.
I knew it was him. Or I knew to look for him because
Why?
when he's walking into the train,
He had his head down.
yeah, it was way too obvious.
Super
I don't know if
obvious.
they did it on purpose, but I was like, you're the killer. I know you're the killer.
Yep. Yeah, I
So,
saw that shit too.
all right,
Well,
sir. So for the video, thank you guys for watching. For the extended version with spoilers, go check out the audio. You could probably just fast forward through all of this and just get to the, what is it, 30, probably like the 35-minute mark, and it'll have the spoilers. So, sir, for the video, thank you. Appreciate you. We'll see you, hopefully, with any luck, fingers crossed, we'll be back at Kern next week.
yeah.
Hopefully you're
Sunday.
feeling better.
That'd be
Everybody
good.
send in the comments, send Mr. Ambrose some healthy vibes because he's sick.
Even if it's just one. Even if it's just one.
Even if it's just one, it'll probably be me, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you, sir.
Peace.
And we can cut there. All right. So spoiler. Let's spoiler the fuck out of this.
Holy shit, dude. All right.
It-
So
I will say this.